It just came about. Coco Gauff and Victoria Mboko form surprise doubles team in Doha. Coco Gauff and Victoria Mboko will team up in an unexpected doubles partnership for the upcoming Qatar Open, which begins this Monday, and the Canadian explained how this partnership came together fortuitously. While both will be among the names to watch in the singles draw, they also signed up to compete in doubles, forming a pairing that neither of them even imagined they would have. It is clear that for both Mboko and Gauff, the priority lies in the singles draw, and their doubles appearances have been rather limited. The American, former doubles world number 1, has been limiting her doubles appearances for some time now, with her most recent one coming at the 2025 Canadian Open last August, where she was crowned champion alongside her partner McCartney Kessler. Mboko is also not a regular presence in doubles, although she did have a partnership with Iva Jovic at the Australian Open, where they fell in the second round against the fourth seeds and eventual champions, Elise Mertens and Shuai Zhang. This time, both Mboko and Gauff had the intention of playing doubles at the Qatar Open to complement their participation in singles, but they did not expect to end up partnering each other. "We were actually both entered with 2 other players," Mboko explained to Tennis Channel. "Unfortunately, neither of us were able to make it into the draw with our original partners. So we were like, wanna play? And so, it just came about. But it's pretty cool." An unexpected doubles partnership takes shape in Doha. Although Gauff and Mboko have a wide difference in terms of experience on the tour, they are separated by just 2 years in age. The American is 21 years old, although her appearances on the tour have been regular since 2019, when she was just 15 years old and made her memorable first appearance at Wimbledon, reaching the 4th round and defeating 5-time Wimbledon champion Venus Williams along the way. Since then, nearly 7 years have passed. Gauff has won 11 titles, including 2 Grand Slam trophies, owns a career record of 284 to 117, and has earned more than $30 million in prize money. Despite the American's vast experience, she is still only 21 years old and spent years being accustomed to being the youngest among her competitors. "It was very lonely for me, honestly," Gauff commented during the Australian Open about her early years on tour. "So, it's great to have, more people of my age range doing better, so I can see them at tournaments more, because I had a lot of friends, but we weren't playing the same tournaments. It was tough to keep up with those relationships." A new generational shift challenges Gauff's long-held role. For the first time in her career, Gauff is beginning to face opponents who are younger than her, despite being used to always being the youngest herself. Mboko herself, currently 19 years old, caused her problems in their first meeting at the Italian Open, 3-6, 6-2, 6-1, while Gauff defeated her in their second clash a few months later at the Canadian Open, 6-1, 6-4. Perhaps Mboko's breakthrough victory that introduced her to the world and set her on the path to her first WTA 1000 title of her career. "I felt like the last couple of years or maybe last 2 years on tour have been some of my happiest, even though maybe the tennis has been up and down just because you see more friendly faces in the locker room that you can actually be with. Currently, there are as many as 6 players younger than Gauff inside the top 30, including Mira Andreeva, number 7. Linda Noskova, number 12, and Iva Jovic, number 20, in addition to her new doubles partner, Mboko, number 13. Tournament debuts. Beyond the doubles partnership, both Mboko and Gauff will have their focus essentially placed on the singles draw. Mboko will be the 10th seed and will make her debut this Sunday against Czech player Marie Buzkova on the tournament's center court. Meanwhile, Gauff entered as the 4th seed and received a first-round bye, meaning she will have to wait to find out her opponent, who will emerge from the winner between Elsa Jackmot, wild card, and McCartney Kessler. In addition, their doubles campaign will begin this Monday, February 9th, against the 7th seeds Cristina Buxa and Nicole Mellicher-Martinez. It just came about. The story of Coco Gauff and Victoria Mboko's unlikely doubles pairing in Doha. There are moments in sport that feel scripted, outcomes plotted, victories pre-imagined, partnerships long foretold. Then there are the spontaneous sparks, the chance collaborations, the accidental alliances that arise not from meticulous planning but from the simple instinct of 2 competitors saying, "Yeah, why not?" This is one of those moments. When Coco Gauff, the irrepressible American who first captivated the world as a precocious 15-year-old at Wimbledon, stepped onto the sun-drenched hard courts of Doha in early February 2026. Her focus was clear: shake off the sting of an early Australian Open exit, build momentum in singles, and inch back toward the form that has made her a fixture in tennis upper echelon. But in the doubles draw of the WTA 1000 Qatar TotalEnergies Open, something wonderfully unscripted began to unfold. Enter Victoria Mboko, the 19-year-old Canadian phenom whose meteoric rise in 2025 made her the WTA's Newcomer of the Year, an honor she earned after stunning runs at events like the Canadian Open and proving herself worthy of giant-killing headlines. These two weren't destined to be partners. They weren't drawn together by strategy or long-term doubles calculus. They weren't even scheduled to be in the same draw. They simply ended up there. Wanna play? The beginning of something unplanned. Both Gauff and Mboko originally signed up for doubles at Doha with different partners. But when neither of their original pairings made it into the draw, a lightbulb moment occurred. Victoria Mboko recounts to Tennis Channel. We were actually both entered with two other players. Unfortunately, neither of us were able to make it into the draw with our original partners. So we were like, wanna play? And so, it just came about. But it's pretty cool. That simple question, wanna play, transformed into a partnership that has become one of the quiet storylines of this year's Qatar Open. For the uninitiated, Gauff brings a double pedigree most players dream of: former world #1 in doubles, a player capable of lightning-fast reflexes at the net, and someone who knows what winning multiple WTA doubles titles feels like. Though her doubles schedule has become lighter as her singles ambitions take precedence, Gauff still carries that strategic sense and court intelligence that make her lethal in doubles formats. Mboko, on the other hand, is newer to this particular arena. Her talents have primarily blossomed on the singles side, where her powerful ground strokes, fearless anticipation, and intimidating shot-making have handed her breakthrough wins against the best of the best. Doubles, for her, has been more occasional, and yet in that sporadic experience lies freshness, unpredictability, and the potential for fearless synergy with a partner who knows how to elevate a game. Beyond the headlines, the human side of the pairing. What makes this duo fascinating isn't just the abilities each brings on paper, it's the spirit behind their connection. In a sport that often feels methodical and calendared down to the last travel detail, this partnership arose not from elaborate planning.